Hi, this is Darlene, and I am documenting my journey with MS. Long story short, I was diagnosed a little over 13 years ago, when my youngest son was 8 or 9 months, and in the beginning I tried to manage my symptoms, the disease, mostly because I was in denial, naturally. So I took a lot of supplements, tried to monitor my diet, exercise, and for a very long time it worked really well. And then about 8 or 9 months ago, things started to rear their heads. And by that I mean a lot of symptoms. And my husband and mother-in-law, through their insistence, I went to a neurologist. The neurologist was actually recommended to me by my primary physician, and my neurologist is amazing. She listens. She will spend an hour or more with me if I need her. She'll answer any questions I have. She's funny. She gets my humor. My husband's usually with me when we go, and so, we all banter back and forth, and they joke around with, not making fun of me, but just keeping the mood very light. Well, I went on Tecfidera, and for the first few weeks, it sucked, to be frank. And by sucks, I mean I just felt sick. Had bad stomach issues. My husband actually did some research, found that you can do Zantac, and that helps, which it did. And things were going great. I was feeling fine. I was able to walk. Really saw no progression in any MRIs. Everything was stable. Fast forward about 8 months, and the doctor told me that I tested positive for JCV, I think it is, but it's a virus. So I tested positive for that, and guess what? My Tecfidera days were over. So she put me on Copaxone. I hate needles. Hate them. And it just didn't work. To the point where I almost told her, forget it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'll just go back to doing it naturally. So one day I went in, and she actually treated another patient with Lemtrada, an infusion, and this lady, I'd say she was in her probably early 50s, who was a grandmother, had been one step away from a wheelchair. Her husband had to help her wash and just basically live, and she didn't have a good quality of life. So she figured I have nothing to lose, and she did the Lemtrada. She said within 8 months she was able to run after her grandchildren to the point where they couldn't keep up with her. So that was really positive news. And right then and there I signed the papers. Came back, did some research. I was told that if you don't want to, just call and we'll cancel the treatment. So that was the beginning of January that we signed the papers to start Lemtrada. It is now March 8th. Today's March 8th. Yeah, March 8th, 2018. And my doctor pushed it through as urgent, and I'm telling you, God definitely played a huge part in getting me into treatment faster than most people. The doctor had marked it as urgent. I spoke with the insurance company on a daily basis, and I was given an angel at the insurance company, who then marked it priority, told me to call back in 2 days, and lo and behold I did, and I got the news that I was approved. My neurologist's coordinator called me, we set it up. My day is March 12th. That's this Monday. Yay! I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I have a lot of support, but I'm scared. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go on 5 days of IV infusion. It's 8 hours a day, about 4 hours of the actual Lemtrada. There's some steroids thrown in there, some allergy medication, Benadryl, a few hours of observation, make sure I'm not losing my mind or some weird side effect. So, as of right now, Monday is my day. I have started drinking my extreme amounts of water, and anyone who has MS knows that let's just add more liquid and let the fun begin. I have packed my bag, and I have anti-itch, or what is it, anti-monkey butt stuff. I'll show you. There was another Lemtrada patient who suggested this. This helps with hives from the steroids. And that's lovely. And then I have some Big Red chewing gum, which is supposed to help with the steroid taste. That's going to be fun, right? That's what I have in here. I have some sanitizer. So that supposedly lasts 24 hours. I don't know how that works. And then I have my big giant bottle. This is my friend. I'll be drinking at least 4 of these a day. Flush out all the cells. As the Lemtrada does its work. The way we explained it to our kids, they're not young. Right now, I have many boys, but our youngest that are home are 11 and 13. The way we explained it is that there's a bunch of bad cops flowing around in my body. The drug is going to kill them all off, and then super cops are going to come back. It's an easy way to explain it to them. My 13-year-old is not scared. He's kind of anxious because he's hoping he gets his mom back. So I'm hoping he gets his mom back too. But, so here we are, bright and cheery. I'm going to do a video every single day, probably as we drive into hospital, which is only about 25 minutes without traffic. We have to be there by 8, considering our morning traffic is a bit hellish. Probably leave as soon as my son gets on the bus at 10 to 7 every morning. So, stay tuned. The oh-so-fun, joyous trip will occur. I'm primarily doing this video because we watched somebody where I got a lot of these tips, and she stopped videotaping after her last round of round one, day 5. We didn't hear anything more from her. A couple weeks later, we saw a short video. Then we saw her come back, do a video on her second treatment, which happens in a year. That's only 3 days, but then that was it. So what I'm trying to do is document my journey in the hopes to help somebody else. If you have any questions or you want to know something, just ask. Every one of us MS patients are different. All of our reactions are different. Our symptoms are different. Our reactions to Lemtrada is different. But I'm doing this to hopefully help someone make a decision if Lemtrada is the right thing for them. So that's it for today. Today is Thursday. I will probably make a video on Sunday, if not Sunday, because I will be running around like a crazy person. It will definitely be Monday morning as we drive in. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.